Hello everyone and welcome back to MDG Media and the continuation of round 2 of the 2025 European Disc Golf Festival. We are of course bringing you round 2 back 9 FPO chase card coverage. The energy here in this arena absolutely electric. I'm Connor Wood and with me Mr. Andrew Gum.
Yeah, thanks for being along with us. Great to be alongside you in the booth as always. It was a very exciting front 9 and the festival is upon us. It's just an incredible experience. Having so much fun watching this play out. Yeah, ready for the back 9.
There is no doubt the stage is set. The competitors are fired up and throwing some great shots as we see the scores coming in here. It was a bit of a roller coaster, however, for our chase card. All sorts of colors here. We see Silva leading the chase, Missy behind her, Keiti behind her, and Ella bringing up the back of our chase card. And the field had a pretty strong day. The weather, once again, immaculate for scoring. 25, 26 degrees Celsius, a light breeze, and overall just another great day of disc golf.
Absolutely. Let's get it started on the back 9 here on hole 10, par 4, 165 meters or 540 feet. You got to get through those 2 trees early on and push up forward here past the Mando on the left. OBE lines the fairway all along the right and left side. Move gently right to left at the very end of this. A couple of big, beautiful guardian willow trees there at the end. But, well, actually, the basket's in front of it, so... But they look nice. Nice backdrop, anyway.
Super scenic, park-style golf here in Tallinn. We go now to Silva to kick off our back 9. Heiser release, some good glide. And very centered in the fairway. A nice ground play to finish as well.
Ella going to the forehand. Gonna put a little Anheuser on it. Overstable disc, fighting back. Good on the Mando and skipping right into the middle fairway. Nicely done. Nelson, yeah.
Anheuser forehand line brings in a little bit of danger. It was a bit of a sweat on the line, but she comes back in time with the overstability. Missy, very differently than Ella, going with a slightly understable backhand. And you see, as a result, it's overturned. She'll be left with a longer look, but it's within play, and she's totally avoiding that Mando.
Yeah, and it's not a very long par 4. I mean, she was testing that OB on the right side, and Keiti also moves a little bit on that right side. There's those rocks there, a couple trees that might be a little bit in the way, but it's fine. Basically, anywhere in bounds on this one, you'll have a chance to get up and down for the birdie still. There we see those rocks and tree right behind her.
And the stats would absolutely agree with you, Andrew. Half of the field, exactly 50% snagging the birdie here. Definitely one players are looking to get to maintain the competitive pace, and 46% pars, meaning only 4% of the field shot over par on this hole, meaning it did average 3.58. Definitely little to no danger other than the initial Mando or a really huge tree kick. As we see the approaches now.
Yeah, we saw Missy take a deep breath and close her eyes. Nice little pre-shot routine. The natural obstacles, no impedance. She did catch a couple little leaves, but Keiti was also able to get around all that stuff, and Ella's up and down, pretty respectable. Silva from the standstill puts it a little bit long, 5 meters left for the birdie for her.
Silva always very in control of her discs, of her emotions, of her tournament finish. Keiti there, smooth forehand delivery.
Okay, so Keiti's second shot was much shorter than I realized. And Missy also has some work to do, but she is in putting distance. Gives it a good bid, but just comes up a little shy.
Missy, of course, your reigning defending champion. She has found her way to this chase card, looking to make a push. This is a 4-round tournament, a cut coming after the 3rd here. I believe the top 60% of the field or so will proceed to that 4th and final day. Major style. Ella off the band, unable to capitalize. But a great putt there from Silva, and pretty textbook execution on this fairly simple par 4.
Yeah, great birdie to move to 4 under for the round. 8 down total, currently in first place. Cruising right along here. Tap in from Keiti, overhand style. Getting the par.
I'd like to see her experiment with that underhand style. You can also flip one off the thumb. Little snippety snap.
Style points. I like the idea. So pars and a birdie here to start off the back nine. Round 2.
We see hole 11, a par 5 sitting at 225 meters. Players contend with this initial gap down the fairly pure tunnel. Trees and OB lining the left and right side, as well as this building, can often come into play, particularly for the backhand turnovers that use the additional width if it's available to them. It then bends slowly to the right, weaving your way through these late guardians, breaking out then finally into an open field. Given that it's a par 5, you can really use 2 shots to get to here, and then on your third, clear the open line to this straight pin placement. There is another one which will be played on rounds 3 and 4 over to the right. This one probably the friendlier of the two, and another hole playing under par that players are looking to attack, and another one where roughly half of the field was carding the birdie. 10 and 11, a friendly stretch. Silva getting a good straight shot inbounds. That is all you need.
Ella going back to the forehand. Seems to be leaning on that quite a lot. That one's a little left. There is that building, and she banks off it, kicks back in bounds nicely. Wonder if she called that.
And she hasn't gotten around that corner, but you can shortcut it from there. You can get that over out of bounds flight in the beginning. The gaps are big enough that if you're close to the tree line, it's not really a true danger. And we see from Missy there a nice backhand as well, right up there with Silva. Effectively the same lie for them, and that will leave them in a very good attackable birdie position. We go to Keiti, obviously solid on the forehand, but prefers it more for those touchy approach shots. The backhand smooth for her as well. The height not as much as either Silva or Missy's, but a respectable central fairway shot. Great control. Her second now.
Yeah, and as a relatively short par 5, it's not so much about the distance, but more about just keeping it clean and in decent position here.
Having said that, that was crushed by Keiti. That one full turnover line, great snap, pushed the ceiling the whole way.
Yeah, I suppose an eagle would be quite possible. Not sure if we've seen any yet, but
Ella's chipping away, and we've seen 2, let's say, imperfect forehands, but birdie is still available for her. I wouldn't count her out just yet. We go to Silva.
nice looking shape here. Flipping it up to flat, turning a little bit right, and settles up nicely way up the fairway. Prime position after 2.
Just so much room to work with after you break out of the tunnel into the open, ending to the right. Very friendly. Missy as well. Just positions herself. Reasonable. Effective. We'll leave her about 40 or 50 to the pin. We go to Ella's third now. She is still probably about 90 or even 100 meters from the basket. So if she's looking to play for the birdie, she'll need to get a good line here.
Yep, that'll do just fine. Circle 2. Silva standstill approach. 4 meters left.
Missy with 2 great shots. Just a soft
Ooh, nice.
eagle bid there. And I believe we will see Keiti even closer than those 2 now. Just a jump putt for her. Easy birdie, not going to take any additional risk. Gets a bit of a skip, but in that pancake putt range.
Yep. We saw the gallery there. It's swelling as we progress through this. Well over 2,000 strong already, and we're not even to the weekend yet. Pretty exciting stuff here as we see that putt sail high. Comebacker. Done deal. +4 for the round. Not having her best day.
Silva inversely having a great day so far. This birdie putting her to 5 under through the first 11. Nice stringing together of 10 and 11 now here on the back nine. Keiti joins her and Missy as well, as we see only Ella with the lone par here on 11.
Yeah, nice birdies. Very impressive stuff we're seeing from Silva at the moment. carving it up, racking up the birds. And we're going to move on to hole 12, par 4, 175 meters or 574 feet. Pretty open tee shot, although there is a fair bit of OB. You want to just put the disc out into play here. Try to avoid those trees on the left, or that could give you some bad footing. There's a couple of options on the approach. You can go the way the drone's flying here and move a little bit left to right to get up to the basket, or if you're in position, you can go with a big high hyzer on the right side over the trees and crash it in. Just got to be careful about that OB.
Silva now, momentum on her side.
Looking good, moving left. Hits something and stays put. That was, yeah, I guess maybe testing that left side if it would have got a skip, but it did not, so she'll be fine from there.
I would agree that was fortunate for Silva, but certainly a shot which gives her a decent chance of being inbounds. We saw from Missy quite a conservative line as well. Keiti, something a little bit more aggressive. We see more flip up, more ride, and that distance is really nice. I believe just cresting the plateau
I like that, yeah.
flat ground. That will remove the low ceiling on her second shot. That is really helpful in removing some of the stress there of the approach. Ella, this one's bleeding left with the height. Ooh. Another good sit down.
Good tree for sure. Branch puts her right down in a decent spot. I like what Keiti did there with the straight shot. I mean, of course, there is a chance to overturn it right, but with this kind of wind, not too much of an issue if you know your discs. When you go left, that's when you get, a lot of these limbs in your way and the approach becomes more difficult. Missy going under the limbs nicely, skipping it right up inside the circle. Well done.
A great shot from pretty far out. Short left, a very common landing zone here on 12, particularly if you are stuck behind or under the low ceiling. Silva right on the edge here. So it must have been that wall which stopped her skip.
Yep.
Pretty favorable and honestly a solid way to play it. You'll never really move left off that unless you skip off the top. That shot, however, also landing in the common short left range.
Yeah, gobbled up by the oak.
Ella really leans on her forehand. This one gets her to circle's edge. A birdie opportunity for her through a bit of a dry spell now. 1 under total score at this point. Looking to make sure she's moving below par, not back to even. Keiti shaping the backhand and hyzer. You see her utilizing the airspace available with her distance, but still coming up just a bit shy.
That was a spruce, actually. Sorry.
How dare you? And we see simple layups here from pretty far range. There's not too much danger in running it, but you really just want to minimize any potential of a bogey. Ella in striking distance and off the top. Just not connecting for her today. The drives and the putts coming at different moments. Her line's not completely pure. Missy for the birdie now, and she will not miss that one.
Great birdie. And shout out to the flag guy. Proud Estonian carrying that flag, blowing in the wind.
A good catch for Silva there, high and left, but as always, we see little to no reaction from her. And I think that that works really well for her, both when she's playing well and when she's playing poorly. She's able to maintain an even composure. Ella.
Frustrating miss there. Catches some nubs and a little tickle of chains, but never really had a chance. Great to see the young folks out here enjoying it. Festival vibes, full effect. Happy chappy. Comebacker now for Ella.
I like to see her focus on that one, given that shortness previously. It can be tempting sometimes to just try and jam one in, but good to take a moment. And just like that, only Missy securing the birdie on 12.
Yeah, Kristen Lott doing work out there. 6 down, catapulting herself up the leaderboard.
Hey guys, quick pause. A lot of people are involved in this project. Our goal is to grow the sport and share it with as many people as possible. So if you want to support us, Subscribe to the channel, like and comment the videos if you like them, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. It seems small, but it really helps us keep creating free content on YouTube. Enjoy the video.
Yeah, we love what we do, and we really love to have your support. So listen to the man and do what you can to help.
It means a lot, and a birdie on 13 would mean a lot to these players. This has a 125-meter par 3, playing net from tee to green, slightly downhill, but OB lining the left and the right side the entire way. After about 115 meters, the OB widens into this bowl green. A lot of players are going to be pumping a distance backhand shot and trying to end to the left, one of the least birdied holes on the entire course. We will see if our chase card can join that elusive and exclusive group of birdies.
Yeah, it's a pump to get down there. And we see sometimes these light poles come into play, like Paige got a back kick yesterday. That stays clean on the right side. But as you see, still pretty deep in circle 2. Takes a pretty big rip to get it there.
Some serious distance. Silva, not known for her distance, more of a angle control and putting player. This control, however, out the window as that is overturned early out of bounds right. That will be bogey at best.
That was way flipped over. Keiti.
This looks great. I love the height. I love the ride. I love the stability. Everything
Yes.
about it looks right.
Oh, catches that Guardian Rock. Beautiful
I spoke
shot,
too
though.
soon.
Well, it was still a great shot. She's still putting there, just outside the circle. But yeah, could have gotten a little bit more. Skip and slide would have almost certainly been inside C1 with that shape.
No doubt. That had a lot of steam left on the ground play. Ella is known for her distance in the FPO field, and we see that right there. Got herself to about 7 meters. We'll see if her putting from hole 12 carries through to 13, or if she can find it here and capitalize on that rare opportunity for the birdie here. Silva.
Great birdie. Silva. Nice upshot there after the OB. Missy looking for a big highlight.
This would
does
make
have
it
wicked
3 in a
range.
row as well, yeah.
Oh, healthy bid. Coming in, chain high, just a little wide right.
You love to see it. Keiti Tätte now. A chance at the 2.
Yes, what a putt. Huge moment there for Keiti. Big smile running it down. What a bonus birdie.
Amazing.
What a moment.
Between a rock and a hard place there for Keiti.
Nice.
Securing the 2, getting her to 6 under.
Oh, and fantastic photography. Shout out to the camera crew, capturing all that in its glory. Wonderful moment. Oh, and Ella's struggles on the green continue. She is having a rough one out there. Big putted. Just not really feeling comfortable, clearly, not getting the kind of extension and release right. And then that splashes out left side from 4 meters. Oh. When it rains, it pours. That's sad for Dogi there. Looked like she was going to turn things around, get off that bogey wagon, but fortunately not. Good par there from Missy. Gave it a chance for the birdie. And
Silva's bogey save, best case scenario if you have an early out of bounds. We see Missy now just 1 stroke behind her, Keiti 2 strokes behind her. We move to 14.
yeah, she did well to limit the damage. Hole 14 is a par 4, 178 meters, 584 feet. Quite a tunnel type shot that you need to move maybe a little bit right to left at the end in order to get the best position possible. But any progress will do on this one as long as you're just kind of hitting it clean. There is a fair bit of OB to contend with, so anything safe you're happy with. And then the second shot, you'll definitely want to move from right to left and try to get yourself up there for a look. But also, you know, not playing pretty tough for the field so far. That's good. I like it.
That's great from Keiti. Very good piercing line. She hits the gap, she fades left, does everything you would like to see from a strong tee shot. Another very elusive birdie here. Previously, hole 13 had only 4 birdies in the round. This one only 5. We'll see how many of those are on our chase card. Missy comes up a little bit short inside. Will probably play, but difficult for the birdie.
Definitely sawed it off. Right down the pipe. Stabling up on time. Can it get a big old skip? Oh, it does. Prime position. Very well done from Silva.
Ella, in the last 2 holes, has gone from 1 under to 1 over. She still has a lot of golf to fight back here. That one's pretty nice as well. Good use of her power. Pushes that one straight through those late trees. Nice to open up her swing. Had she been caught by one of those, might be a bit more awkward. There's a good distance required on the second here. We go to Missy up first.
Good move on this one. Not all the way up to the basket, but in a pretty good position to get up and down pretty easily for the par at least. Nice
Keiti.
swing.
I feel like she has more power than ever, Andrew. These shots are coming out fast. There's a good audible snap, and she's really accurate with them. That one leaves her edge of circle. She looks to also birdie 14 after a great putt on 13. We'll see if she can carry that feeling and that putting flow into this one.
Yeah, she's got great timing and very clean form. Very explosive. Nice athletic stroke. Silva, pin high, right side, right in her range to get back on the birdie train after that bogey on the last one. See if she can get the highlight putt. Forehand from Ella, carrying the OB, skipping back long of the pin, checks up nicely, 5 meters. Let's hope she can connect.
It's pretty rare that you see players go long of this pin just by the way it shapes and all of the obstacles. That's really well done to fight through cleanly. Missy's third here.
Should do. 4 meters left for the par. Silva here. Staring down the basket.
Bounce back birdie.
Oh.
Just out of reach. That looks really centered, Andrew, near the pole. And Keiti Tätte in for the birdie. And in fact, the only player in round 2 to birdie both hole 13 and hole 14. What an accolade and what a good feeling here to get some of the hardest holes for birdie.
That's fantastic stretch there to get him, and ton of momentum now. She's just 1 back of the leader, tied with Missy at 7 down, making some serious moves here. And our chase card is in charge at this point of the event.
There is no doubt they are making a push for those podium and lead card positions. Of course, the end of round 2 would only be halfway through this major. And I'm looking forward, Andrew, to the changing of some of the pin placements for rounds 3 and 4. That will mix things up, require some different shapes, change the consecutive, every round is the same for these guys, and it should mix it up well, give some new challenges.
That's going to be a treat.
Hole 15, however, has only a single pin placement and a beautiful one. You want to throw a straight shot leftwards ending out into this open field. Very generous landing zone in terms of what allows you to attack for the birdie. You then, on your approach, throw over this pond, get through these trees. They actually hang over the water with their nearest branches, so very important that you get around, under, or even through them. You most often see on the second shot people going long rather than short because of the danger. You can even give it an eagle bid. That's maybe even the safest way to play it. Rare that that's the safest way to play a hole. Go for eagle. I love it.
Yeah, I really like this hole. It's not just a great design as far as score separation and skill required, but it also looks really nice aesthetically. As does everything in this park. Tallinn Song Festival grounds, what a place to be.
The Estonians know how to host an epic tournament here. You see 2 solid drives. Silva here, quite low, but with enough juice, she'll have a chance on the second if she would like to take a bit of extra risk. Ella here, unable to find the birdie yet on the back 9.
Testing that right side ceiling, but gets through it all and ends up in a great spot. Pretty far up there. Another deep breath. A good looking shape here. Moving.
Nice.
Yeah, great one. Into C1 for the birdie look.
Important outcome there for Missy, just as she's now beginning to push Silva in those leader positions. And this one, shy of the wall. Silva will fall back behind the pond.
That's the mistake you cannot make on the approach on this hole. That can be very costly.
Suddenly a birdie becomes a bogey at best for Silva. Ella, a very smooth forehand, really nice skip to finish back to the right, hit the gap super cleanly. A birdie chance for her. And Keiti looking to forge a birdie chance of her own. She splits it almost.
Sneaks by that tree and parks it about just outside the bullseye. She gave it a run for the eagle yesterday, and that one gets her an almost certain birdie.
Silva a bit left there on the putt, about 8 meters now. Important for her to make this. And she does, of course. No stranger to those comebackers.
Yeah, but that's going to drop her out of the lead. And we could have a change of lead here on the card. We see that just now as Missy connects, and with Keiti pretty much tapping in, they're going to overtake Silva by a stroke now.
Come on, Ella, for the birdie. We're rooting for you, and there it is. She connects on the back nine. Stops the bleeding, gets off the bogey and par train. Moving in the right direction. Keiti to go 4 under through the last 5. Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Not the best looking putt, being honest, but in is in. And
a little scary, but it counts.
Absolutely.
Have you had a tupla?
I had the first one this morning, actually.
You did?
Snapped it in half. It was a great pop. Good time.
Those are great, aren't they?
Can't complain.
We got some major sponsors and partners at this major. And this is quite a great hole. 16, par 3, 95 meters. Tight shot off the tee. You got the ceiling and the gap to contend with. Straight as can be, really. Just want to pipe it down here. Basket is elevated. And it can be slightly exposed part of the course, so it can be windy on the green. Luckily, we've had nothing but really dreamy weather. Just some slight breeze today, but it's quite steady, so easy to get a good read on it. Crowd will surround this one. As like pretty much everywhere, there's such a good crowd flow here. The course is so well designed that it allows people to move around and take in the action without being in any way a disturbance to the players. Shout out to the course director, Ralph Rogoff. And everybody. Takes a team, obviously. And that's a great shot into C1. Brilliant.
We'll be left with that elevated basket to contend with, and Ralph is a great guy to have in control of the tournament. He once beat me at a tournament in Amsterdam, just by the way.
Oh, nice. You played against
Well played to Ralph. We see also a very solid shot there, hitting the gap purely. Ella's too low, I think, to get within putting range, but it is central and likely an easy 3.
Oh, Silva hits an early tree. Chopped down. She struggled on this hole, which is surprising. It's right in her wheelhouse. This is a hole that I would expect her to pure, 9 out of 10 times, but she's 0 for 2 on it this tournament.
And she hit the lamp, Andrew, on the way up there. That tiny, skinny obstacle kicks her out from what is likely a reasonable par. Potentially another bogey for Silva now. Really not where you want to be. Some compounding errors. And you're right, that she's been hitting smaller gaps than the one on this hole pretty reliably. Not surprised to see her. I felt like that could have been a bid given the pace. It looked at the end like a layup, but I think from that range, it's just such a powerful putt is needed.
She's always thirsty for it. But yeah, quite surprising. She really usually feasts on those kind of tight holes where the precision is required. And she's made a few unforced errors here down the stretch that's looking like it could, it's definitely going to cost her the lead most likely at the end of this one unless she can do something special. Hopefully.
And some super shaky putts there on this green. Even Keiti, who was inside the circle, and then again inside the circle. Some low releases for her.
That would have been for the outright lead.
There it is.
I
She gave a
wonder-
confident high putt ultimately. Unfortunately, it took her 3 attempts to do so.
That's a bummer. After a great drive, you'd like to see
But
the reward for it. But
yeah.
yeah.
I would say I like that the elevated basket gives that additional element to this hole, which is otherwise fairly simple. We didn't see the best drives from this chase card, but it is, for a lot of the field, a fairly stock shot, straight 90 meters, and I like that this has an extra difficult green to sort of compensate for that.
Absolutely. Fully agreed.
We move on. Hole 17. An uphill par 3 tunnel shot now. These early Mandos not really coming into play, just simply preventing the hyzers. 94 meters. You want to try and hit the gap with something slightly understable. Flip it up to flat, let it ride, and avoid the OB along the right side and left side here. It's definitely gettable. It is a hole that not many expect to get, but it's a friendly par, let's say.
Yeah, definitely a bonus birdie. We had just 2 yesterday. It takes quite a pump to get it up and a lot of accuracy required. That's pretty good. Deep C2.
If you can avoid a significant tree kick and any OB, it's quite a friendly one. Ella with a great flex down the pipe. The late stability brings it back just outside bullseye. If she can overcome those short putting hurdles, that will be one of the few birdies found on the day. Keiti for the bounce back now.
Heck of a shot from Ella. Nice looking one from Keiti as well. Getting the ground play slides
Ooh.
up onto that little path. That's right on the circle's edge. A couple of brilliant drives there. Back to back. Silva looking to follow suit. And she does so, indeed. Even better than Keiti. Wow. Those are some pipe jobs. They made that look way easier than it is. It's a
There's
very tough hole.
No doubt, only 7 of the 48 FPO players getting to circle 1 in regulation off the tee. Keiti, circle 2's chance now. And the bounce back would mean a lot as well to meet Missy at the 8 under.
Close, but no cigar. No, slight roll away. Does curl up, but bit of a tester.
That was mean.
Yeah.
That's what a sloped green can do for you.
Silva got that birdie yesterday with a longer putt than that. Today she hits the band.
Nice comeback with that
Good.
roll away. No damage for Keiti. Ella for the birdie.
Oh, squeaks it over the rim. Great to see her get that in. Been a rough day on the green, but that's a really nice birdie for the scorecard.
One of only 4 on the day.
Okay, so 6 total for the event through 2 rounds. We are moving on to one of the most spectacular finishing holes in disc golf, throwing down into the stadium effect with the crowd all there. Par 330 meters, you got to carry OB all the way if you're going at the pin, in most cases, unless you're coming in with a, I guess, like a big forehand or a lefty backhand. But anyway, it's, yeah, a lot of OB. You go to the drop zone if you miss it. Really fun downhill shot to finish off this beautiful course here in the Song Festival grounds amphitheater.
Ella hangs the drive out, goes a little bit long with that additional skip, but keeps it in bounds from circle 2 with how her putting is. Unsure if she will run that, but you can end with a bang here on 18.
Missy carrying that OB nicely. Just a bit short. Circle 2. Keiti with a really nice move on this. Gets it up flat. Coming in just a little wide. C2 look as well.
Interestingly, in this round 2, hole 18 had the highest percentage of pars of any hole throughout the 18. And you see why a lot of players end up in that sort of in-between zone. None of these players managing the width perfectly going downhill. All of them fading a touch out to the left. We will see some long putts now. We go first to Missy.
Not the height needed. A little bit of a comebacker. Ella, wide right. Keiti, wide right and short.
Silva to snag the only birdie of our chase card. It looks good. It is good.
Of course it is.
High right side, just by the pole. Beautiful catch, beautiful putt.
Brilliant birdie there.
And I'm glad to see her finish after a tough stretch in the middle there. A really nice final putt to get her back to 7 under, tied second, along with a few players who will get that check-in in a moment. Missy Gannon at 8 under pushes and forges her way from chase card into lead card going into the 3rd round.
Yeah, at one point just before this, there was 8 players all at 7 down. So I don't believe I've ever seen that before. That it's very tight out here. We'll show you how that all shapes up with the scoreboard check-in at the very end, but nice tap in. 3 down, solid performance from Keiti. Here we see now Missy Gannon with the outright lead and a slew of players behind at that 7 down mark.
Kristen, Cadence, Evelina, Keiti, Silva, Kona, Keiti Alsalu, Valerie Manduhanu behind them. The field is stacked. Incredible athletes at this top-tier course, and what a pleasure it is to be here with you all. This is officially the halfway point of the tournament now. 2 more rounds to go if you make the cut. All of the players you're seeing here almost certainly will. Thank you to every single one of you joining the MDG family. Like, comment, subscribe. Andrew, a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. We got those pin placement changes coming up, so it's going to be interesting to see that. And thank you for everything you do. We'll see you there.